Trump just officially revoked security clearances for Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, and Joe Biden. The president said it's no longer in the national interest for them to have access. Trump he got his security clearance yanked around 2021 by Biden, so it's karma. But after the news broke, Biden popped out of hiding. He took Dr. Jill to New York to enjoy a Broadway show, Othello. It's a play about revenge. Joe rubbed elbows with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal, and we're surprised Biden feels safe around actors after what Clooney did. Biden misses the spotlight and the power. NBC reports Biden's begging to get back in the game. Joe's telling people he'll help raise money or even campaign. And everyone's like, we're good. Biden's getting restless in retirement. He misses the action. Joe likes having his fingers in the dough. No one knows that better than Devon Archer, who Hunter once called his best friend in business. Devon was involved in a business deal with Hunter that ended up with Devon losing millions and his freedom. Their deal collapsed. Hunter escaped with $250,000. Devon knew that no one F's with a Biden, but still decided to blow the whistle. He testified to Congress that he saw Hunter put Joe Biden on speakerphone with foreign business associates at least 24 times. For the last decade, Archer's been on a legal roller coaster. He says he's the victim of the Obama-Biden legal apparatus. He was convicted of fraud, had it overturned, then it was reinstated. He was supposed to get sentenced in just a few months. But Miranda Devine reports Devon Archer met with Trump this weekend and got some good news. The president said this, quote, he's getting a full pardon. He was screwed by the Bidens. They destroyed him like they tried to destroy a lot of people. The pardon's not official yet, but in the meantime, Hunter Biden's former business partner, Devon Archer, joins me now. So what'd the president say to you?
Well, I'm not going to divulge the exact words that he said. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I have to say it was like a gladiatorial Rome because we were at the NCAA finals. The energy was incredible. And I had gotten word from my attorney earlier that the president was discussing this, and he had acknowledged that he was going to do it. But I was sitting in the audience across the arena, and I saw some Secret Service rumblings, and they walked across the arena like Caesar and essentially pointed out me and said, the president wants to speak to you himself. And so I jumped over the railing and walked over slowly and had about 6 minutes with the president where he gave me some very encouraging words. So I'm very hopeful for that.
You didn't think you'd ever need this because Joe Biden said he'd take care of you. Isn't that what he said?
Absolutely. Well, and so did Hunter. I mean, once a Biden, always a Biden. First of all, I didn't think I'd need this because I never did anything. I was a victim of financial fraud in which I invested a lot of money and was taken down on a whistleblower that was blowing the whistle on Hunter.
So you were collateral damage.
Absolutely.
And you believe that the Biden-Obama justice people targeted you to keep Hunter out of trouble?
Well, I think that there's some heroic reporting from John Solomon that came out very, very recently, actually in like the last 2 years, where originally they were saying, listen, we're going to take care of you. But that reporting, goes into FOIAs and finds, distinct emails from the Biden legal apparatus lobbying Preet Bharara to essentially put me in as the target and remove Hunter. So, yes, I think it's, it's chronic of what that legal apparatus was, and I certainly was a victim.
Now Joe Biden wants to get back into the game. What does that even mean?
Well, I mean, I think that Sun Tzu says, always attack your enemy from the high ground and with the sun at your back. But he also says, don't mess around with your enemy when they're really messing up. So I think we can let him go with that.
Do you ever hear from Hunter? When's the last time you heard from him?
It's got to be 5 or 6 years ago.
Did you say, like, listen, buddy, I mean, we're in business together. What are you guys doing to me here?
I mean, I think it's in the laptop. It's all over. I mean, I think everybody has access in the world to what I said. I said, why is your father's apparatus, persecuting me? I don't understand this. You were in this deal with me. I did nothing. I made no money. I don't understand it. And he gave me a very, lofty answer about our justice system and its fairness. And that was absolutely inaccurate.
So how involved was Joe Biden in the Hunter business?
Well, Joe Biden was, he was the brand that we were selling. I think that was, it was a term that came to me looking into Jim Jordan's eyes in the congressional testimony. He rolled his sleeves up even higher when I said that. So that was the brand. That was the access. That was what we did to, to find additional sources of capital or deal flow. So we were selling the Biden brand. I mean, I would say, at the end of a business meeting, keep it at 20 so I don't perjure myself on the Fox News network. But Joe would end a meeting and say, "You do a favor for me, you're my friend. You do a favor for my son, you're a friend for life."
So you understand that Joe knew you were selling his brand?
I think he absolutely knew. I think there are, letters that I provided to the Post. I spoke to Tucker Carlson about. I think there was a cover letter of the lie where the vice president at the time talks to me about, "Sorry, I couldn't get away from you. I was busy talking to the president of China, and I didn't get to spend enough time with you." And then signs it personally. And we've exposed that. And I think it's remarkable that people are not as tuned in as they are.
Well,
they
don't want to tune in, and that's the truth. When you found out that Hunter was getting pardoned by his dad, how'd you feel?
Not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. I think that they're a family that's they're very family oriented, but they're very oriented around themselves, not necessarily the American family. So it was a non-surprising act by them.
So now that Hunter has, I guess, a free pass, what is he going to do to earn a living?
What is he going to do to, I think that his art career has been an interesting one, and I don't know.
You're saying art career and laughing,
right? No, I listen.
I mean, is it a joke? Like, do you guys? He's selling paintings, right?
I have no interaction from him, and it's even it's callous for me to laugh because of what they've put me through and the 10 years that my family suffered, and I just try and have a sense of humor about it, but it's not humorous at the end of the day.
How bad was Hunter?
Hunter was bad in what regard?
How troubled was Hunter?
Hunter was extremely troubled towards the end of our friendship and business relationship. I think it was a number of factors. I think it was obviously his brother's death. I think he deteriorated, and addiction is a terrible thing. I mean, addiction is real. It's a real disease, and it got the best of him. I wish that he finds peace at the end of the day. He was a decent human, but he just was not a loyal human nor a right human or someone who kind of understood the values of friendship and relationship and what people had done for him. Very selfish and very cowardly.
All right. Well, Devon Archer, it's nice to talk to you. I'm sure you're awaiting the official document when the pardon does come, and life's crazy, isn't it?
It's absolutely crazy. And I just, God bless President Trump. I'm really thankful that we have a leader like him.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
Devon Archer, everybody.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.